So today I'm going through and I'm thinning some Parisian market carrots that we have here. Really sweet, delicious carrot. By running the carrots in here, we've been able to run this in parallel with, we had Asian greens in here. Now we have rocket and coriander. So I've run 2 other crops alongside them well. We've just done a good job of keeping the carrots back up on this edge. We've got 3 rows of these carrots in here, and this has given us the opportunity to get to the market with carrots. These have been in for 8 weeks. Right now at our local market, we'll now be the only growers showing up with carrots. But that's it, because most of the growers in this region have not been able to grow them at this time of year. It's the right season for it, but the weather hasn't allowed it. That's one thing I love about having this polytunnel is I now have several beds of carrots in here which will be ready to go to market, and outside the ground's finally ready. I'm able to get carrots in the ground there, but I'm 8 weeks ahead of those ones. That's 8 weeks sooner that we'll actually be eating these carrots and making use of it. I think it's an important thing when we look at the value of these systems. You know, we're in a subtropical climate. We have a massive amount of rain. Since these carrots have gone in the ground, we've seen probably 600 mil of rain. That's more rain than some regions will even get. And all that rain outside hasn't wiped these carrots out. Let's get into a little bit about thinning carrots. I got 2 carrots side by side right here. I'm gonna go ahead and thin it. I'm gonna pull this one carrot out, and I'm gonna make sure to cover the other one up. That's gonna enable this second carrot to get much larger. So I'm gonna kind of work my way through. There's another bigger of the carrots. I'll get that one out of here. There's a bigger one in here. You know, look in here, you can see there's carrot, right? They're pushing up against each other. One of them's gotta go, right? I'll go ahead and take this one off the side there, and this other one's actually okay. This is gonna give me an opportunity to have multiple harvests. The carrots that are still in the bed will continue to grow. And now that these ones are out of the way, that's gonna make space for them. They're gonna feed on the nutrients. They're gonna expand out. So my real goal is to look for the ones that have the biggest tops in here, and that's gonna show me that's my more likely larger carrot. I'll thin that through the bed. I'll end up taking out a quarter to a third of the carrots in here. And that'll make space for the remaining ones to continue to get bigger over the next couple weeks. It's a really beautiful big carrot, right? If we compare and contrast these two, this carrot's had been exposed, right? It's been getting too much sun on the carrot. It's getting light exposed. So the carrot itself is almost starting to photosynthesize, right? What we want to do is we want to get that carrot down in the ground, let the greens collect the sun and the light, and let this carrot go ahead and sweeten up. This is not going to be what we want to eat, right? It's a shame to lose a carrot like that. So right now what we're doing is, as I'm thinning, I'm going through and I'm taking extra soil and I'm covering up any carrots that are actually greening out on us. Because the last thing we want to do is come out with a bunch of carrots like this. The same thing happens with potatoes. If you're getting a light on them, they'll green. So, you know, with these root crops like this, they really want to be below the surface. And, you know, these are in the tunnel, but some of these root crops, the turnips, the carrots, the beets, they'll start to push themselves up. And that has to do with possibly being packed too tight where they were. Thinning might have kept this from pushing up. This could have just been shoving up against another one and they started to push their way up out of the bed. Another important aspect of thinning. We're thinning and we're covering them back up to make sure we get the crop that we really want to get out of this. I think one interesting thing to know with carrots is many people want to go to the market and they want to get them with the greens on. This carrot actually will be far tastier if I take one of these off and I twist the end off. I take that end off, and this is how I'll wash and store this carrot. The greens are actually feeding on the carrot, so once the carrot's been removed from the ground, the greens actually need to get fed. So they'll actually draw nutrients out of the carrot and start to deplete the carrot. So, you know, this is where you balance that between what a customer wants, where they want to see greens on the carrot, and educating the customer to understand that the carrot without the greens is going to give them a much better tasting carrot, a much more nutrient-based carrot. The other option is a lot of chefs will like a carrot, twist it off, around like there, actually a little bit longer, because it presents well on a plate and we're not losing much on a nutrient standpoint. This is probably my favorite carrot. It's sweet, yummy, delicious, and it's the carrot we have now.